Welcome back to Badass Websites here in BOMU. We're currently in Module 3, Optimizing Your Website. And we're in Lesson 1, Optimizing for Conversions. In this lesson, you will learn the different types of conversions and things you can do to increase your individual page conversion rates. So let's get started. All of your core pages and content pages should be optimized for conversions. Your business should serve both your visitors and your business, remember? So we want to make sure that we're optimizing it to serve your business as well, not just the visitors. To ensure your website is actually working for your business, it should be optimized for traffic and conversions. And the best way to optimize your website for conversions is to have conversion opportunities available on all of your core pages and content pages via different calls to action. So let's talk about calls to action, or CTAs. A call to action is an opportunity to give a reader, to take a specific action. So let's talk about the different conversion types to really dive into the different actions that they can take. So there's two different conversion types. There's lead conversions whenever a visitor opts into your email list. That's a lead conversion. And there's sales conversions when a visitor or lead buys an offer from you and becomes a customer. Quick note, understanding the user journey is important when optimizing your website for conversions. So the user journey is the flow of the visitor's interaction with your website. Okay. Again, like we talked about in past lessons, don't assume a visitor will use your website the way you intend them to, or that they'll follow the flow you intend for them. Some users' first touch with your brand may be via a blog post they discover via Google search, or via a friend who shared a link with them. So they may not be coming directly to your homepage and starting their journey from there. Some visitors' first touch with your brand might be your about page instead of your home page. Some people might click on an ad and go straight to a lead magnet opt-in page, convert to a lead, and start getting emails from you, never having experienced the messaging on your site. So this is why we are consistently repeating your messaging in various ways across all of your marketing assets. So if you feel like you're repeating yourself a lot, that's because you are, and you should. So don't feel bad if you feel like you're being a little repetitive. Okay, remember, and I've said this a lot, but every page on your website has the potential to be the first interaction that someone has with your brand. With the exception of confirmation and thank you pages and other pages hidden from search engines, every page on your website has the potential to be someone's first touch with your brand. And because we really can't know for sure when that visitor will convert and how, we need to make sure that we're always offering opportunities to convert a lead into a customer or a visitor into a lead. So let's look at two potential scenarios. Everyone is hoping that this is the scenario that would happen when a new visitor lands on a page on their website, okay? They have their initial page visit and they immediately convert into a lead or into a sale. But the reality is that most scenarios look something like this, okay? They have their initial page visit, and then maybe they visit another page, and maybe they visit another page, and maybe they leave and then they come back some other time and they visit another page and another page and another page, and then maybe somewhere down the line they actually convert, okay? And if all these middle pages here, from their initial page visit to the conversion, if none of them actually were set up to convert them, you could lose that conversion, okay? So we want to make sure, first of all, if they don't necessarily convert on the initial page, and instead they peruse your website, you're setting your whole website up to convert them throughout the user journey. So understanding how your users might interact with your website will help you be more strategic with your conversion calls to action throughout your website. Okay? So let's look at some examples of how you might add conversion CTAs throughout your website. So These are kind of examples of how you might optimize your pages on your site to increase conversions. And all of these things you've seen before in Module 2, but we're going to go through and we're going to show all the different conversion places where conversions can happen. Okay, here we are back at one of our homepage wireframes. And we have set this wireframe up so that we have an immediate call to action right here. Okay, the call to action is sign up for my free thing. And it's going to show up above the fold. We have a design here that shows up above the fold. You don't have to use this exact layout or design. You can always make it so that the freebie headline here shows up above the fold, and it will pull them down through the page. It'll pique their interest and they will scroll and find your freebies. So this is a good place for you to put it on your homepage. You can also do a hello bar at the top or an announcement bar where you can basically have the same thing, highlight your freebie, and do give a button for them to go sign up on the opt-in page. So this is how this is optimized for conversions. Now, if you scroll down, we also have a link to our Work With Me page to kind of get them to that page, which is optimized not only for lead generation, but also for sales. So we can get them over there. We also have an opportunity for them to just join your email list with our general or global opt-in at the bottom. So there are 3 different places here that we're getting people to potentially take action to become a lead, and then we're pointing them in the direction for them to become customers. On your About page, we have a similar thing set up. So above the fold, right below the Hero section, we have a freebie section. Remember, we have freebie sections pretty much on all of our core pages, and you can use a different design. You can embed a form, you can do a button, but this is basically where it's going to show up so that the headline or the full thing will show up above the fold when they first land on the page. You can also, like I said, do a hello bar or an announcement bar at the top leading to your most popular freebie. And when you scroll down, this page also links them to your Work With Me page so that we're directing them toward a sale. And then we have right down here your global opt-in or your general opt-in to get them just on your email list. So there are 3 touch points here where they can convert into a lead, or we're pushing them towards the Work With Me page so that they can convert into a sale. Okay, your Work With Me page, same thing. You see how the structure of your pages are kind of very similar. We've got the hero section, we've got an immediate conversion opportunity either up at the top or here in the freebie section, same thing. Now this page is optimized to convert people more into a sale. So while you have the freebie to capture the lead if they're not ready to buy, you do have opportunities for them to click over to the sales page and potentially purchase something from you. We also have the global opt-in at the bottom, so they do have multiple ways to become a lead on the page, and we're again moving them towards the sale. All right, let's talk about your content feed page. Now, when you're looking at this, you might just think, oh, the only thing is you've got this opt-in at the bottom, and that's not really the best place for conversion, because conversion for leads typically happens above the fold, right? But another thing that you can do is instead of putting your opt-in at the bottom of the feed, you can turn your hero section into the opt-in section. And you'll have your podcast show here. You'll have information about that. And you can also embed a form for them to sign up for a freebie or directly to your email list so they can be updated as new episodes come out or have exclusive content that you're going to send to them via email. So even though this is the example that I've made, you can use this section. You can have your podcast H1 header, but you can also add in a freebie section. You can even pop this section right up to the top and keep the same structure going with hero section and freebie section and then the content feed. So either one of those are totally fine. For a blog, so this is an example of a content feed page. It doesn't have to be just a blog. You can do the same thing with a podcast if your design structure allows you to do it. And you can see right above the fold, we have our lead conversion call to action right there ready for them so that we're converting them into a lead right as they land on the page. And we also, down the scroll, we have an opportunity for them to go directly to a sales page for an offer. And at the bottom, we also have your global opt-in that's going to your weekly or to your general email list where you're going to be emailing them weekly, hopefully. And so this is another way that you can optimize this page for not only leads, but also conversions, for sales conversions. And then we have a content post. So we talked about here the different ways you can optimize a page for lead and sales. The same thing with the blog feed that I showed you with the sidebar that we just looked at. So you have the opportunity to add a call to action for a lead conversion right at the top above the fold. And you can also include an offer kind of banner here on the side that goes directly to a sales page. Now, don't forget, in your content posts, you can promote your freebies by just linking text, or you can put a banner right within your content that goes to a freebie or that goes to one of your sales pages. So there's a lot of places here you can optimize your content posts for conversion. And then again, at the bottom, just a general opt-in form for them to get directly onto your list and right into your welcome sequence. And that's it for this lesson. It was pretty short and sweet. We went over some of those wireframes again, but we focused on those call to actions and different ways that you can bring opportunities for conversion throughout your website. So in this lesson, we talked about different types of conversions and things you can do to increase your individual page conversion rates. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about how to optimize your website for traffic with SEO. Don't miss that lesson. I'll see you there.